Human Danny is the chess.com bot. He beat us last time.
Good game.
So we're out for revenge today. If you want to see me beat all the bots, you can check out my last video. But here we go. We're getting revenge. I won and then I lost and then I drew because I was trying to do this stupid alien gambit. So today we're just going to play an honest game against Human Danny. No opening requirements. I'm going to play my actual opening repertoire here. We'll see if we can get it. So far, regular Sicilian. We're going to go for the Najdorf, which is this. Okay, and bishop c4. Now, usually in the Najdorf, you play like e4, but against bishop c4, I don't like doing that. It makes this pawn pretty weak. So I go for this e6 move, which is more of a Scheveningen is the name of the structure with e6 and d6. So let's just quickly play bishop e7 and castle. We're going to look for d5. I figure bishop e7 is probably the most flexible move. We'll see what Human Danny wants to do. So now we have to worry about e5. So if I castle, Danny plays e5. We can take once, and then I guess we bring our knight back to d7. But then I think queen g4 is coming. Bishop h6 is coming. So it's going to start to look pretty scary for us. Unfortunately, I don't see a great option here for us. I'm going to go with knight d7, knight b d7. Okay, yeah, f5. I think I'm going to take, I don't know if it's right or not. Okay, knight takes. Okay, I think castling is fine. This bishop is pretty bad. I don't mind if we lose this bishop for this knight. Maybe b5 right now. We're already attacking this pawn once. So if we go here and put our bishop on b7, we attack it twice. Then one of these pieces will be tied down to it. Let's try it. Okay, so it's threatening this bishop. Actually, I don't know if there's anything we can do. I think we have to take. I don't see another way to deal with the e7 attacks. Now, let's see, rook a7 or rook b8. I will go with rook b8 because it can support a b-pawn push. Okay, so we've got mate in one threatened. Now we can just bring our bishop here to defend that. I think this is our move. Now, I think I only have one move that I'm allowed to make, but then knight takes f7. Horrible. Okay. So we can take the knight now. When a computer makes a move like this against you, when there's like an obvious winning move, there's sort of two reasons. It's either Human Danny is playing like his rating, and playing this move would mean he made too many good moves in a row, so he needs to make a bad move. Or it means this is not the best move, and there's another best move that wins even more. I wonder if this could be the best move because we defend this again, we attack the queen, we're still attacking the knight, so we should still be winning a piece. Like we should be able to play g takes on the next move. I also think there's no way this could have been a good move. Because if there was a more winning move, it probably would have been some spectacular sacrifice, or maybe just a quiet rook lift. Yeah, I think we can play this, and then we can play g takes. I don't really see what white can do. Okay, so now if we take, I guess we lose the bishop. That's my bad then. Darn. I think this sequence cannot be good. If we take the knight, queen takes, we do the queen trade, then the rook's on this rank, which is attacking two weak pawns. I don't see a good way to defend both of them. And then our knight loses this outpost, so I don't think that can be good at all. I could try to play bishop e6 to get rid of this nice light squared bishop from my opponent. Okay, let's do this. Either way, we don't want this bishop on an outpost. Okay, so if we move this knight, we're losing this pawn. I like rook e8. Okay, so I wonder if white's going to put their bishop on b4 to add pressure to this pawn on d6. Okay, so now a move like this, we lose this pawn because of a remove the defender tactic. Yeah, if Danny sacks the rook, we take back with the bishop. Rook here, pawn here. If the pawn goes to c3, we have this like crazy fork. I guess we would see takes, and maybe queen takes here. Okay, we might be getting into some crazy tactics here. I'm going to play rook c8. Okay, now we can play here. There's no remove the defender tactic. We're attacking this bishop, this pawn twice. If we do end up liquidating, I think I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'm pretty happy to take this bishop, I think. Okay, what the heck? What is happening? Oh, Jesus Christ. Do we have a move with our rook? I guess we could go here, lose the exchange, and then we lose our knight. Oh my gosh. What is happening? Okay, so my calculation is knight takes, rook takes, queen takes, knight takes, knight takes, knight takes. And from here, our knight is attacked. We're attacking their knight. So if we save our knight, then they can save their knight. If we take the knight, we lose our knight. So after all the exchanges are done, whether or not we decide to take the knight, we lost this pawn, this bishop, this rook, this queen. And then we would have taken this rook, this queen, and that's it. We just took this bishop. So like right now we're up a piece. But if we take here, we're losing a piece, and we just lost a pawn. I'm going to be livid if I'm wrong, but I think this is our best move. I don't see another option. Okay, now I think that was a mistake from Human Danny. Check. Rook blocks, check. Queen takes, knight takes. Knight takes. Knight takes. King takes. And somehow we're even material at the end of that sequence. Is that right? We're equal material, but we have a bishop for a knight. Okay, I'm going to try this. I hope I didn't miscalculate. Okay, I'm happy to see that. We end up in this endgame. So what's our winning plan? We need to create a passed pawn, so we probably need to push our majority, prevent the knight from taking these pawns. I guess we would put our bishop here to defend this pawn from the knight ever getting it. So plan for this endgame. Make a passed pawn, no forks, and activate our king. Let's play here. We'll prevent the knight from going here. We're also attacking this h2 pawn. Okay. Now, I actually am happy. Am I happy? Yeah, I'm happy to put my pawn on b4. Because now our pawns are on dark squares where our bishop can defend them. I guess the knight will go here to attack our bishop, but then we play bishop c7, which is our plan. Okay, so let's activate our king. Actually, if here and then here we make ourselves a passed pawn. So I think this might be our move. All right, now our bishop's attacked. So is our pawn. So let's bring our bishop to defend our pawn. Okay, now let's create this passed pawn. It's protected by our bishop. We can play g5 next, so it's actually a protected passed pawn. And if we see h4, we have h6. Okay, I like our position in this endgame. We need to activate our king, of course. If there's a way, we should try to prevent white's king from getting to b5. Actually, if white's king goes to b5, I think we push our pawn. Let's just make sure we're not walking into a fork, but let's activate our king. Okay, so now Danny's threatening the fork. So I think we just play king f6. Okay, that's a nice outpost for the knight. It prevents h6. So maybe the plan is h4 now, takes. That would make sense. Now, let's see. Can we activate our king further? Escort our f-pawn. And the pawn defense here and the king defense here. So there is no breakthrough at the moment. But Danny's very close to being out of moves in this position. So the only concern is h4. So if we play bishop d8 and they play h4 and we take it, we actually just win that pawn. And our king still defends our f4 pawn. So this looks like our move. And I think Danny's out of moves. Like, I think I play here now. The king has no way to infiltrate. That's check, but this is where we want to be with our king. The knight goes here. We have a simple bishop move as long as we stay on this pawn. We take. Okay, now the king could get in. So like king here. No, then we push this pawn. We must be fine. So now our knight's attacked and this pawn is attacked. Let's see. I'm going to go here just so that if the king comes in, it's not attacking our bishop. And then we can play h6. Ooh. Okay, but we can take this pawn. Wait, here we lose our bishop. And I don't know if white can stop promotion with just the knight. Let's calculate it. So here, take, here, 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 king here. Okay, let's take the pawn. Okay, and let's promote. The king doesn't have time. Let's see here. We have this pawn to block that passer. So I think we're good. And Human Danny's kind of given up on stopping this pawn. So I think our calculations were correct. We get a queen. Now, as long as we don't let Danny queen, we should be fine. Okay, that's a free knight. Now, is there a stalemate? Black always has this square, so we're good. And actually, why don't we just push our pawn? And if this pawn moves, we can just sack our queen for it. So if we push and they push, we can just sack our queen. No counterplay. Let's make another queen. And double check that it's not stalemate. We're just going to keep it simple. I don't need 2 queens for a checkmate. And with the queen, we just box the king to the side. We move our king in. It's never stalemate because the... Oops. It's never stalemate because the king has too many squares that it can go to. And now we have checkmate. Holy crap. Okay, here's the game review information. It actually looks like we were never totally lost. What the heck? Sure. So this isn't good. After we take with the rook, even though they won an exchange and a pawn, it says we have an advantage because, knight e5 forks. So what about bishop takes? Now we can take the knight. Oh, okay. I understand. All right. Now, here I thought I could play here and then takes, but yeah, I could not. As we saw in the game. Okay. Bishop e3 was a blunder. Knight c4 was a miss. I was supposed to play rook c4. I didn't even see that. This was a crazy sequence. So let's see how I did. Correct? That was forced. This was a miss. And now I blundered. And I was supposed to play here queen e6. But I thought then knight takes rook. But we have bishop d4 winning back our rook. And keeping the knight under attack. What if white just makes a random move? Oh, we're threatening mate. That's why. But this leads to a drawn endgame. So I'm not too disappointed about this. And then it looks like I must have played the endgame well if it was a draw and then I won. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. This took me an hour to play and not lose, so that's great.